Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of the Weekly FREQ. So this is actually the second edition I've had to do of this particular week because I forgot to save the video on Facebook. So here we go. You can have two different versions. Play with whichever one works for you. So for those of you coming here from the Worthy Woman Collective podcast, welcome to all of you. And if you're curious, what is this Weekly FREQ? Let me tell you. So I'm Tara Kindon, the owner and CEO of 4th Camp. I'm also the creator behind the Witch and Wicks candle line and the host of this beautiful podcast, the Worthy Woman Collective. So the Weekly FREQ is really designed to help you get into your personal power, your value, and your energy, understanding more about how you're affected by the planets, the energy, what's being illuminated. You know, for those of you who are listening, I bet you $5, your friends are the ones who come to you and say, what's happening with the planets this week? But you know because you're here. So the information that I share with you is all about your human design. It's about what gates are being illuminated by what planets and how that might affect you and your energy for the week ahead. It is a beautiful way to navigate more powerfully and to feel like you're somewhat in control of yourself while you're moving through this. And if you pay attention every week, you're going to start to see themes. And I can't wait for you to share what's happening with you. Please go to Facebook and join the Worthy Woman Collective, because that is where all of the deeper conversations happen around, the Weekly FREQ, around whatever podcast is being highlighted, what sister session happened, or whatever we talked about. And it just gives you a chance to connect with other women who are, navigating all this crazy together. My goal is to really help all of us become more powerful in our worth and our value and our importance, and understand that our energy impacts more than just us. It impacts those in our homes. It impacts those in our intimate relationships and just relationships in general, as well as in our community. So let's get started. This week is covering the week of March 8th to the 14th, and using this energy as a powerful tool to help you navigate, what's being lit up in your human design chart, to make you understand how your energy flows and goes, and to put you back in your power of feeling good. Okay? As you understand the frequency, you're going to be able to feel a little bit better in yourself. So I got some notes here that I want to kind of make sure I touch base on all the important stuff for you. So the sun is where we're meant to shine, where we're meant to be illuminated. It starts off in gate 22. This is the gate of surrender. Okay? So this is getting into universal flow around abundance and trusting and knowing that we're being supported, even though we can't see it, we can't feel it, but it's allowing us to pursue our passions and desires, and know that the more we align with what we're passionate about and what we desire, the more we're supported. And it seems counterintuitive because we're always chasing the money, the thing, but it's that when we chase what really lights us up, there's just this level of support that is always there. So if you're questioning, what is the support? What does surrender look like? Ask yourself, how many times at the very last minute was I saved by something beyond myself? Like the rent got paid last minute, or something came through last minute. Just think about those things. That is surrender. That is universal flow of abundance. So the sun will be in gate 22 until the 13th, which is next Saturday. Then it will move into gate 36, exploration. You're to use this energy to hold a vision and sustain it with an aligned frequency of emotional energy to bring the vision into form when the time is right. No pushing, no driving, no forcing. Flow. Universal flow. Okay, you can see the theme here. So it'll ensure that you're stretching the boundaries of the story of humanity by breaking patterns, if you're able to keep this emotional frequency, this higher vibe frequency, it's coming, it's working. I'm going to explore all the things. I'm going to, allow myself to play and try and do, and that we can create miracles through our emotional alignment. how fun does that sound? So go shine in that energy this week and trust. Just trust that your time is coming, okay? Now, the earth is next. The earth is what grounds us, where we need to feel a sense of like our feet are on the ground in this area. So it starts out in gate 47, mindset. Mindset is critical this week, encouraging us to focus our attention, our thoughts on what is hopeful and inspiring no matter what is going on around us. Easy to say, not so easy to do. But if you can use all the juicy inspiration as a catalyst for calibrating that emotional frequency of the heart, watch out. Remember that where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you're focusing your attention on the things that aren't working, if you're focusing your attention on, I've been doing this thing so hard and nothing's working, nothing's happening, you're going to continue to experience more of that. So jump into the universal flow. Keep your energy focused on the things that are working. What does feel good? What is right in your life right now? Because there's always something. Always something. So if you can focus on that, everything, you'll start to see this transformation happen around your energy, and then you begin to attract more of what's right, true, and correct for you. Mindset. Big one this week to keep you grounded, keep you from spinning out of control. So then on the 13th, which is next Saturday, the earth will move into gate 6. Gate 6 is about your impact, baby. So remember, get your energy like hot and vibing so that you can create or make impact. Impact with yourself, impact in your home, impact in your community, impact globally. You decide, but it's all about energy, right? Energy is everything and everything is energy. And the more we begin to understand this, the more powerful this weekly freak will be for you, because you understand like, oh yeah, I interact with this person in this way. It's a consistent thing, right? You're going to understand your emotions so much more if you just pay attention to the small details that pique your interest and you try it out for the week. So, impact. Can you challenge yourself to maintain this high frequency of emotional energy that supports equitability, sustainability, and peace, using your emotional alignment to influence others and to serve as an energetic beacon of peace and sustainability, or peace and sufficiency? So it's like, yes, you can do this. You can totally shift your energy to impact everyone that's around you, and see how different it feels to be in a home where you're in control of the energy that you're putting out. So you're not freaking out about something. You check yourself before you wreck yourself. You take a minute to buy yourself some flowers. You do something nice for yourself, and that instantly shifts your energy, right? Listen to some great music. When your kid is going wild, give yourself a timeout and go to the bathroom, take 3 deep breaths, put on some lip gloss, and go back out like a different woman. You can do this. Now, Mercury, this is where we communicate. Our words have power to manifest and call towards us the things in which we want. So Mercury is in gate 49, which is the catalyst. The catalyst. That's right. Big changes. So what do you want to change? Are you ready to hold your value this week? Because the words you speak of your value. Okay, this is really critical this week, because as you decide to hold a value that supports your value, you have the ability to inspire others to make expansive changes that embrace higher principles and a deeper alignment with peace and sustainability. So you can see how peace, sufficiency, being the energetic beacon, you have the ability to align with a higher value, make choices that feel good. That's like, if that's the theme for the week, that's the theme for the week. Then on the 12th, okay, so Friday, Mercury's going to move into gate 30, which is the gate of passion. And what's better than a Friday for passion? So by now, you've had a week to align with your higher value. Then, when Friday hits, you're going to have the ability to respond to committing to the right thing for you with passion and gusto. the energy to sustain your dream, intention, or a vision that you're holding to be able to bring it into form. That's what this energy is. So over the weekend, it's like play in the space of bringing your dream into reality, communicating your dream to people who you trust and people who you love and people who you want to share in your dream. That's what your weekend could look like. Now let's talk about Venus. You know, I love me some Venus, and Venus is all like fiery goddess energy. She starts out her week in gate 63, curiosity. So allowing yourself to play in the space of curiosity without limiting what could be. Using questioning as a way to stimulate those ideas about your dreams and new possibilities and your potentials. Asking yourself, what if? What else is possible? What if this works? What if? Okay? Call in any and all thoughts that inspire questions of what needs to happen to bring your idea into manifest. That's your work with your Venus. So creative expression, allowing yourself to play in what's possible. On the 11th, which is Thursday, she also moves into the gate of surrender. Okay, so we talked about the sun being in the gate of surrender, and this is all about so they're in that same gate together for 2 days. They're there from, I believe, Thursday to Saturday. Bless me. Okay, they're there from Thursday to Saturday together. And this energy is here to remind us that we're being fully supported by this universal flow. So it's like hop into the flow, grab your surfboard, paddle out, paddle out, paddle out. And when you feel that wave, like catch that universal abundant wave and ride it for all it's worth. Don't get crushed by the heaviness of what isn't working. Trust, 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 trust. And surrender into that beautiful, beautiful flow because it is here for you. All right. Now, let's go to Mars. Mars is our man of action. This can be like our teenage angst. This can be the part of us that's like the driving, forcing, pushing. This is our super masculine energy. This is the opposite to Venus. She's our feminine flow. He's our like man of action. So in your man of action this week, he is highlighting gate 20. Patience. Imagine. Okay, so you have action and patience. So if you feel a little bit like you're trying to get something done, you're wanting to do this, wanting to move it forward, and you're running underwater, deep breath, have some patience. Check yourself before you wreck yourself and ensure that you are very focused on your intuition. What is coming through for you? What needs to be set into place? Who needs to be gathered to make the thing happen? What skills need to be mastered to be ready to move when the time is right? This is the detail time. Okay, so you have the big vision. Venus is giving you this like, woo, let's do this. And your Mars is like, okay, let me set some things in place. Let me get some things organized. Let me call in the troops, do the thing. That's how you can work your patience this week. So instead of trying to like force something to go that's not going, do the details, okay? With your Mars, do the details. No trying to force, just relax into it. Trust in the timing, divine time. Sometimes we want to move things fast, move things forward faster. Say that 5 times fast, but we just can't. There's an element of divine timing. We have to surrender to the universal flow. Hence why surrender is here twice this week. Now, let's go to Jupiter. Jupiter is about expansion. It's about the blessings, gifting us something, okay? So this week, Jupiter is gifting us in the gate 13, the gate of narrative, a new story. So do we want to reframe the story that we're telling about ourselves to the world? Is there an element of your personal story, your personal narrative that you're like, yeah, I'm not that person anymore, and I don't want to bring that part forward because, or I want to reframe it to be like, this happened to me, and here's how I used it to catalyze and change my future. Like, it's totally up to you, but whatever the story is, if it's good, keep it. If it needs some revision, revise it. Do what you need to do, but who are you becoming? And if that story is not part of who you're becoming, change it. You have the permission here this week to change it. So Jupiter will be in the narrative until Thursday, so you've got like 4 or 5 days to really work through that story and just let it be in your mind in the background thinking about it, because As of Thursday, Jupiter will move into gate 49 too, which is the gate of the catalyst. And that is where Mercury is in the beginning of the week. So he is actually there till Friday. So like Thursday could be a very powerful day to actually say what you mean what you say, and change the narrative. You can catalyze that change. And maybe this change is really around, you owning your value and your worth. You really stepping up and saying, yeah, you know what? I am an amazing human, and here's what I've been able to do. Here's where I'm going. Like, who wants to jump on this train? Maybe that's where you're at. But there is really no better time for you to stand in your precious value as a human being on this planet, okay? To stake your claim and make your mark and ask for what you need, and then allow yourself to receive the blessings. Receive the blessings that are headed your way, because now you understand your value. That's what happens. The moment we step up and say, hey, yeah, this is who I am and I'm pretty awesome. It's like the floodgates open for what is possible, and the abundance of, beautiful relationships, beautiful opportunities, and maybe even money start flowing your way because you own your value. So let's talk about Saturn. Saturn is up next, and he's kind of like the big boss in the sky. He's in the gate 19, which is the gate of attunement, okay? This year, so many planets have been reporting to him, which has been slowing us down. Not a bad thing, because it's getting us to really check in and tune in. But there is something for us here to decide around our structures, okay? What isn't working anymore? What could use a little revision around your structures? So maybe it's around your routine, maybe it's around your environment, maybe there's something that needs a shift here. What do you want to move forward? Use your ability to sense, okay? Because attunement is all about sensing. What do we sense in our home and ourselves and our community and our relationships? What are we sensing? Like, what's not being said, but we feel it? That's what you can really tap into, because the deeper we go into our sensing, it gives us sort of an opportunity to really sense the emotional needs of others and our community, to know how we can bring that emotional energy back into alignment with sufficiency and sustainability. So this gate gives us the opportunity to become emotionally vulnerable, to kind of create deeper heart-to-heart connections. And that's what we're all looking for. Everybody would love to have more joy, more happiness in their lives, and they want better relationships, deeper relationships, more intimacy, and more money. I feel like this is everybody, and how can you do that? Well, tune into, sense into, trust yourself, learn to trust yourself. Neptune, my friends, is like our spiritual self. It's still in gate 22, surrender. He is there to remind us again about this universal flow, that we've got to trust the divine timing. We've got to trust in ourselves. We've got to trust we're going to be given everything we need when we need it. And if you are still like, oh, I just don't trust, I don't see it, I don't whatever, go and journal the top 10 ways that you've been saved, your rear end has been saved in the last 5 minutes, or the last whatever. It's like you woke up and then everything was different. Like, how many times has that happened to you and there was no explanation? It just happened. That's universal flow. That is the gate 22 of surrender. So tune in, tap in, and trust in yourself. Trust in something bigger than yourself. Last one is Pluto. Pluto is in gate 61, the gate of wonder, reminding us to go back to that bigger perspective. Are you able to get the bird's eye view, flying up and becoming more expansive around the vision you're holding? Get out of the details and how you can reconnect to your childlike innocence and just a newfound sense of confidence now that you've got a new outlook on your worth and your value. Can you play in a little bit of childlike wonder to be like, now what can I do with this? What do I want? And it's really urging us to transcend our limiting visions, okay? So if you have a really limited vision, how can you get bigger? How can you get bigger? More fun, more playful, just have some good old fun. Now, the last thing I want to just mention is that if you're enjoying this language, I want you to know that it is Quantum Human Design language by Karen Curry Parker. I love her. I study with her, and this the way that she speaks about human design and what is possible for us just resonates so deeply with me. So that's why I share with you the quantum language, because I feel like it's more empowering, and that's what we're trying to do. Empower your beautiful selves to be even more fabulous. So thank you so much for being with me today. And I hope that this was helpful to you. I have also put this on the blog. You have the video, so you can listen, you can watch it, or you can read it. Whatever suits your fancy, whatever is your flavor. And for you who are still here, let's do something fun. Let's actually pull a couple of cards to see, is there anything else, an overarching theme that we all need to be aware of or we need to pay attention to? Maybe something subtle that we need to sense into. So let's see what we got here. I always ask, what do you need to hear today? What does the audience need to know for this week? New perspective. That was already said, but it obviously needs to be driven home. So what's your new perspective this week? Or what's the new perspective? Be free. Man, this card keeps coming up like nobody's business. Be free. Where are you holding yourself back? Where do you need to transcend a limiting belief? Where do you need to write a story that is more empowering than the story you've been sharing? And then you can wait for the signs and the symbols, because there will be signs and symbols that show up for you. Are you going to be paying attention to them? Or are you going to have your head buried in the sand, freaking out about all the things that are going on outside of you? No, not you, my friends. You are going to be powerful, you're going to be free, and you're going to create a sexy, beautiful new vision in your Venus vibes. So that is all. We are complete. Thank you again for being here. I cannot wait to get this live and up, and I look forward to hearing from you about your weeks, about your own energy, how you're experiencing it, what's happening. Keep me posted. Let me know. So much love to all of you. I'm grateful for your time, your energy, and your love. And I really can't wait to see you in the group, the Worthy Woman Collective. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful, powerful, valuable, and energetic week ahead.